Hey everybody, Adam Savage, and I'm in Los Angeles at Propstore with Brandon Allinger.
Hey Adam.
We have been filming there's several other videos about Batman props from this specific auction, but man, we've been talking Batman all day.
Now we got models. We're moving on to the effects pieces, model miniatures.
Miniatures, miniature doesn't seem to quite cut it when it's 5 feet long.
I think it's quarter scale.
This would be the centerpiece of anybody's prop collection.
Yeah, this is a beautiful model, and not only is it a beautiful model, it's a practical model. It has a lot of functionality to it. I think the effects works for the second film were done by a few different vendors, but the Skotax and their Forward Productions.
The Skotak brothers, who famously did Aliens.
That's right.
Yeah.
They did all the stuff with the Batmobile and the Batmissile, and this is specifically a transformation model from when it's becoming the Batmissile. So, as I understand it, they had a camera mounted back here, shooting at it like this.
Okay.
You can see at the back, it's crude. We just have some 2x4 sticking out of the end of it. The reason these fins come off is because they cut them to get the camera closer to the body of it.
Wow.
I think these got put back on later in a restoration.
Crazy.
But basically what happens is these center cover strips get blown off with compressed air.
Pop off.
And then there was a...
Oh, look, they dressed inside and everything.
Yeah. There's a little cable rig where they just pulled it, and in pulling it, these collapse together. And then at the back, we've got these pull cords, which if we pull these, the fenders are gonna pop up. And that's the first stage of the Batmobile transformation. It's just you see it from the back, and the fenders pop up, and then we cut. And then later they go to a second model, which is more like the final Batmissile, but is all rigged up with compressed air, and it blows these all the way off.
And that's a totally different
model. Yeah, so this is just stage one. The cockpit starts to collapse, and the fenders just start to sort of pull up. So, you know, it's built-in pieces. These are just on little rails, which connect back. Super simple mechanism that goes to these metal pole cables, and that's all there was to it for that first shot.
Dude, and they had to make molds of the entire thing at this scale, and then pull pieces out of those molds.
Right.
And pull different pieces depending on the shot that they needed to accommodate for. This bit of these two sliding towards each other.
I think you can lift that all the way off.
That is really amazing.
Yeah. So look, they detailed just the bit you're going to see, nothing else.
Just exactly what your eye would go to.
Super simple.
Oh my gosh.
Just practical effects.
Okay, so listen, it's been a long time. I had forgotten entirely about the Batmissile, the thing this machine becomes.
Yes.
But you got one here.
Yeah, so if we move on from the Batmobile, this is the quarter scale Batmissile model miniature, also built by the Skotax and Forward Productions. I think this is the only one they made at this scale. It's that same 5-foot length. It's a real, look, it's a fun gag, right? The idea is he's got to escape.
Right.
He's got to go down an alleyway. The buildings are too close together. He's not going to get through it. So of course the Batmobile can transform into the Batmissile.
That makes me so happy. I'm also having a sense memory here. It's such a weird and unique design. It might be one of my favorite Bat vehicles ever. But it's also reminding me a little of the illustration style of Mobius. It feels like it could be from Edina or one of his amazing worlds.
Was he involved with Batman?
Not at all. Not even close.
Maybe he was inspiring people.
Well, I mean, there isn't an industrial designer in the world who hasn't wanted to draw in his line.
Not inspired.
Exactly. Yeah. This is so beautiful. So this is one of one.
As far as I know, it is, and I think it's a fiberglass body. There is some aluminum framework underneath that the wheels mount to, and it does roll. I think it can roll back and forth. Maybe they had it on a cable during filming, but really finely detailed with all the suspension work in here. I love the wheels.
The wheels, everything about it is gorgeous, and the wheels are completely custom. These are turned pieces.
I'm just trying to remember, why does it have 4 wheels per side? I guess it's because
maybe
I guess it's that. Right.
The wheels come
in. We're lining all of our wheels up. Yes.
We're not wasting any wheels.
Yeah.
We didn't travel with 4 extras.
Right. So, and those maybe are extra little snippets in there, little small shots where you see something happen with the wheel. And they probably built, we're talking about for some of the other hand props, how they have different versions for different shots. Same thing here. They map out this sequence and it's like, oh, we're going to need 6 different models to do it. Right.
Also, seeing these pieces together must be a deep thrill for you.
Really cool.
Personally.
Yeah. I love the Batman films. I probably lean a little bit more towards 89 than Returns, but that is the classic design. It's untouched from from the the original thing that was drawn up by Julian Caldo and Anton Furst in the first movie. And to have the two together, it really tells the story of what they did with the Batmissile.
Do you ever have collectors surprise you and buy more than one giant lot in an auction to keep pieces together?
Yeah. I mean, I could see. I mean, look, these two lots will be next to each other in the auction catalog. I could very much see the same person wanting to have both of them.
I think that would be a very reasonable desire.
Yeah.
We have one more bigature.
Yeah. So from the end of the film, do you remember the Batski boat?
The Batski boat is the one I remember the least. This one looks crunchy.
It's in the sewers. And yeah, it is a little crunchy. The panel work in here, probably this one not shot in close-ups.
Right,
they may have had different scales of it. I looked at this very closely. There's no mounting points on it other than in the back of it is a piece of square steel channel.
Huh.
And so maybe they ran a post into it and mounted it that way.
Oh, yeah. It looks like exactly like what you say.
Yeah. And I remember in the past, we had a version of this, which was the upper half only, same scale, I think, that was used again for just one specific shot. So it seems like the Skotax, especially with this movie, they were building out their model list per the shot.
Yeah. Well, the Skotax are famous improvisers, right?
Is that
Grabbing
right?
from that's very much their ethos on set, from what I understand. Working with whatever they've got, improvising on the fly.
Okay. Well, I think you can see that here. I found the paint finish is interesting because those two are pretty much a straight black, right?
Mm-hmm.
But then this, like especially in here,
There's a lot of blue in there.
yeah, we got some of the blue and the spectral going on.
Yeah, there's some metal
And then
fleck.
down here, almost some browns.
Do you? Was this restored?
It may have been.
Yeah, it's hard to say,
It's
isn't it?
possible that like we're seeing original color here, and this is different color. Sometimes
Because the texture's so different here.
sometimes things come in and it's very hard to tell what may have been done to them over the years.
Right.
I think today a lot of collectors take a point of view that we don't want to restore, or at least we don't want to restore much.
Right.
I think that wasn't always the case, and I think in the past people would go like, I want it to be pretty. Even in archives, a lot of archives have done a lot of restoration over the years to go, it's going out on display, let's make it as pretty as possible.
Right.
I think today there's probably more of a view of like, don't mess with it.
Just stop it
Let
deteriorating. We're not building a bunch of new
Yeah.
stuff.
Leave it as the film left it, essentially.
When these auctions go up on when these videos go up and your auctions go up, that must be a time you are able to receive some information from the public that you might not have been able to find before.
We do,
Like someone will tell you, oh, I actually
Yeah.
own this for 5 years and here's what happened.
No, we'll get some notes, some friendly notes, some less friendly notes. But
Oh,
people have notes.
you idiots, you got it wrong.
Yeah. And look, it's very hard to get everything right all the time. So we are always open to receiving new information, and especially in the realms of authenticity. If there's ever anything that is not what we stated it was in the auction catalog, obviously we're open to hearing that. We want to be truthful. We want to understand exactly what the history of things is. And we try to do the very best research we can. It's things like this. You're going through Cinefex magazine. You're watching the documentaries on the making of Batman Returns. You're trying to learn everything that you can. You're looking at if or when things have been sold in the past, what was said at that time, what do the collectors know? Because there are collectors who have been around for 20, 30 years, and they'll remember, oh, this guy had that piece. And I remember it was missing this part, so he recreated it. All those sorts of things happen in this world.
So now I'm wondering, with you and your deep love of Batman, if you come home from a random day at work and say, baby, to your wife, I got to watch a bunch of Batman tonight.
Yeah.
She's like, I flat out don't believe you.
She's like, you can watch that in the other room.
What an amazing trio. Honestly, the missile next to the Batmobile is something really special. Seeing the pair of them, I hope this is not the
At the
last
same
time they
scale.
are displayed together.
Yeah. No, really beautiful pieces.
Just amazing. And this feels so much like an early 20th century hot rod, right?
Yeah, just sleek.
Oh man.
How do the axles work when you stack the wheels?
Yeah, how do you even steer this thing?
I don't know. We need
What
some
do you-
car engineers to.
I'll bet it steers
don't-
like this. The wheels actually do this,
Oh,
right?
okay.
So they,
I don't think it does steer. I think in the movie it's just
right. It's
straight
only
line.
to go one
Yeah.
direction.
Yeah.
Incredible. The auction's happening soon.
Very soon, September 4th to 6th. We've got 3 lots here, but there are over 1,100 lots in total. A lot of great content, a lot of Batman content in this
A
one.
lot of
but
Batman.
also-
We did 3 videos on
yeah,
Batman.
Yeah, but all the big favorites are here. Star Wars, Indiana Jones, Ghostbusters, Aliens. We've covered the 1970s, 1980s genre films very nicely, I think.
Amazing.
With this one. So
All
take a
those
look.
links will be in the description. And thank you guys for watching. We'll see you next time.
Thank you guys so much for watching that video. I would be remiss if I didn't tell you we have some excellent merch. We have a 5-pack of demerit badges for sale right now at tested/store.com. We've got the I hung it off of level demerit badge, the I built the chair backwards demerit badge, the I hit my thumb with a hammer demerit badge. We've got the stapler in my finger demerit badge, and my favorite, I stuck the duct tape to itself demerit badge. Get yours now, tested/store.store. Store, tested-store, tested. It's right here. There, just click there.